All right, are you guys ready? So, I'm going to be talking about coffee, the good, bad, and the ugly truth. And I know some of you will want to murder me. So, I thought I'd get on here and just do a quick session to all of you, to all of my people my friends, my loved ones, people who maybe have been told their whole lives that coffee is good for you. There's really only a couple reasons coffee might be good for you. One in particular is if you're exhausted and need to drive, and you have to drive, like there's no getting around it, then yeah, having some caffeine is a good idea. A lot of people in recent years have been using caffeinated drinks, coffee, to justify part of their weight loss, right? Because when you start lessening the calories to try to get rid of some extra pounds, you get a little sluggish. So it was interesting. The other week, I was at a church group. We were studying the book of Ruth, and we were talking about, I don't know what we were talking about, but somebody said something about their mother had a coffee pot next to her bed, and it was part of her routine and ritual of prayer time in the morning. But she would just like roll over and make her coffee and grab it right there, and everyone was like, "That's brilliant!" And it just dawned on me that so many people, it's just normal. It's a normal thing to drink coffee, and I know there's lots of studies to justify this addiction. And I want to share with you a couple things to help you understand why it might not be the best thing for you. Okay, so before you just write me off and say, Jen, there's no way I'm going to even bother listening to this. So if you've made it this far into the video, I'm going to encourage you to just stick with me, because I'm going to ask you to challenge me on this. I want you to challenge me to prove me wrong. So I'm going to encourage you for a 30-day challenge. And I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to give you stuff to do that you can just do right now, but also to help you understand why coffee, caffeine, these things that you may be doing in the morning, these morning rituals or daytime or all day rituals, are really bad for your system. Okay, so I had a really great conversation with a functional medicine doctor on an airplane, and he almost spilled his coffee all over my purse. And so it started the conversation. Found out that he was a functional medicine doctor, and I asked him, what are your areas of expertise? What do you love to help people on? And he said gut health and endocrine system. And I thought, interesting. I said, then how come you're drinking coffee? And he says, what do you mean? I said, well, coffee is highly disruptive to the endocrine system. And he said, well, how so? So I went into my, explanation, and he said, I never even considered that. And I'm going to have to consider going off of coffee. So, okay, so I want to help you here. Now, here's why. What's going on is you wake up in the morning, and if you drink coffee, you probably have to use an alarm, and you probably are a little bit groggy in the morning, and you probably are a little bit irritable with anyone trying to come at you in the morning before you've had your morning cup. And I know it's that whole thing of like, just a minute, give me just a minute, right? Like I just need my coffee. Okay, so I get it. And part of it is ritualistic, but most of it is that your endocrine system is taking a vacation. Okay, why? What you've trained your endocrine system to do. Now, our endocrine system is all of our glands. I love it when people ask me about hormones and they say, hey, Jen, I've had my thyroid removed, or I've had my ovaries removed. Do I need any hormone help? I'm like, your hormones are not just reproductive. They're not just your thyroid. Your hormones are glands that are all over your body. You have multiples of them. And it's a system of glands that excrete different hormones. That is your endocrine system. Your endocrine system is the very first system developed at conception. So it's an interesting thing that we need all of our endocrine system to even live. And what I'm talking about right now is what coffee does to your endocrine system. On the first front lines, what happens is in the morning, your body is supposed to secrete a little bit of cortisol. And it's actually the amount of cortisol needed for a normal human being to stay awake all day. And that's what happens, is that you get this cortisol bump, you stay awake, and then towards the evening, cortisol is wearing off, and then some melatonin kicks in because the light changes, and That's a different hormone that now you go to sleep. Okay, so what's the deal here, and how does this work? Because I heard cortisol is a stress hormone. Yeah, too much of it, and you get those jitters. Okay, what happens when you drink too much coffee? You get the jitters. So basically, your coffee is a replacement for your body producing cortisol, normal amounts of cortisol. So, what that looks like is when you actually drink coffee regularly, you're telling your adrenals that we don't need any cortisol. We're good because you got it covered because you're drinking this thing that's giving you the energy that you need. So why should we work? So it's telling your adrenals to take a break, and then they take a long-term break, and then they get used to not doing anything. So there's this whole kind of misconception about what adrenal fatigue is, that we've heard people talk about the stress, you're stressing out and you're releasing all this random cortisol during the day, and then your kind of adrenals fatigue and they wear out. Well, it's not really the case that's happening here. Part of it is our own damaging effects of what we're doing to our systems to cause these problems in our life. I hear people say, I have zero metabolism. And it's like, well, again, if you had zero metabolism, you'd be dead. So let's kind of back up and use our words wisely. And I want you to understand that what coffee is doing is some very bad things. One, it's stopping your endocrine system within your cortisol levels, your wake hormone, to work properly. So you're always going to drag throughout the day because you don't have proper cortisol levels, the good kind that is just the evening out kind that gives you the energy. So you're going to have even if you have just one cup in the morning, you're going to be like needing something else in the afternoon. That 2 o'clock lull? I don't have it. People who don't drink coffee don't have it. Okay. So there's a battle there, and I'm going to give you some replacement things too. But the other really terrible thing about drinking coffee is that it's highly acidic and it will block the absorption of your vitamins and minerals. So how many of you are taking your coffee in the morning, drinking coffee and taking all of your supplements and vitamins and minerals at the same time? You're disrupting the ability for your body to absorb those nutrients properly. So if you have to have your coffee, you need to wait 4 hours before taking any supplements, any vitamins or minerals. So maybe lunchtime. If you're drinking coffee at lunchtime, again, you just, what you're doing is you're sort of flushing down the toilet some of the things that are good for you, the things that you're trying to put back into your. And there are some supplements that are helpful if you have this coffee addiction, something like mineral essence that we use here, really excellent. Most people need extra minerals because you might be drinking reverse osmosis, dead water. You might be just not having enough minerals, right? A lot of people don't drink enough or don't have enough minerals in their life. So and especially if you're drinking coffee. Okay, so coffee is highly acidic. So this is the third very damaging effect of coffee. Our bodies need to be a little bit alkaline, not too alkaline, but we need to be on the alkaline side to be healthy. The more coffee you drink, the more acidic your body becomes, and the less your immune system is healthy. So your immune system will drop, it will decline with the more acidic your body is. So the coffee is just one element adding to the acid content in your body. There's a whole host of other things. But again, if you're a coffee drinker, and let's say you're dealing with cancer or something else, or any kind of illness, or let's say you're trying to help keep your immune system strong, coffee is a really poor choice. Okay, you're like, Jen, what do I do then? Because you're literally taking away something that is a morning ritual of mine. I get it. I never want to take something away without adding it back in. Or adding something healthful back in. I know you want that warm experience, that cup in the morning that is your sacred space time. And I hear you when people say, oh, put some water and squeeze lemon. I mean, who wants to replace your beautiful, delicious cup of coffee with warm water and lemon, or even cold water and lemon? Like, right? Yes, it tastes good in the daytime, but not your morning ritual. So what I'm going to encourage you on is to just try something like Dandy Blend. Dandy Blend is Dandy Blend herbal tea. You can get it on Amazon with dandelion. It is an excellent way to get dandelion in your body. Now, here's the thing with dandelion. Dandelion is excellent to help cleanse your liver. And coffee is excellent and damaging your liver. So this is a good thing. There's other drinks you can drink, like for the summer, some people will switch to like cold coffee, and you might be wondering, well, what about tea? So we'll get into that. I have a cool drink that I'm drinking right now, which is called the red drink, but I've added something to this. So this is an excellent idea for your morning drink, which is Ninja Red, Ninja Nitro, and Mindwise. It's something that Sarah Harnish recently showed me that she uses all the time. It's an excellent combo. I add water to it because I like to have an extra large drink, but she does it all just straight, meaning just take the 2 ounces of Ninja. I think it's 1 ounce of Ninja Nitro, and then I believe it's 1.5 or yeah, I think 1.5 inches ounces of the Mindwise, and that combo alone is an excellent morning, like wake up, just really good. There's a very small amount of natural caffeine that isn't enough to disrupt anything as acidity, because this is high antioxidants and has all the good stuff in it for like coenzyme Q10 and just really excellent antioxidants to help you start your day. So that is an alternative. Another thing, if you want something that's going to help with weight loss, would be to make this a skinny drink, which you can do with sleek tea. So you can add some sleek oolong. So if you look up oolong tea, that's really excellent for blood sugar levels, cravings, just general trying to kind of trim down a little bit. And I do that every once in a while. It's excellent. So sleek tea, you've got your Ninja Red, you've got your Mindwise, and you've got your Nitro, okay, Ninja Nitro. And that combo is an excellent different drink. Going back to that Dandy blend, remember that's something that's going to be the most coffee-like. So you can take that and make it stiff. And what that means is, I usually buy the packets. They're these little packets that you can put in warm water. And if you make it like less water to the stick packs, seriously tastes like a delicious coffee. You don't have to add even creamer or any sugar to it at all. By itself, it's fantastic. So I encourage you to check that out on Amazon. I have walked hundreds of people through coffee elimination by getting them on Dandy Blend. And again, I don't sell it, so that's all good for you. But that's something that is going to be really helpful. Okay, so what will happen to you? Sort of like a heroin addict, you might go into major withdrawals. So I want to encourage you to only do this 30-day detox off of coffee when you have time to maybe take some naps, when you have time to maybe give the kids to the husband, right? So that you're not freaking out. But I will encourage you to take Epsom baths. You want to definitely take Epsom baths. Like I said, mineral essence is really excellent. I have that. So if you are on here and you're like, Jen, I don't know where to get any of this stuff, and some of these products are Young Living. So if you're interested in getting started on those Young Living products, I can hook you up with those, and you can just get those. You don't have to sign up and like be on auto or anything. We just can get you the stuff that you need at a discount, which is excellent. So just know that it's that different products that you can try, but then there's other things you can do. One other thing I would highly recommend doing is getting a massage. Get a deep tissue massage a couple times a week for that month that you're doing it, right? And there's things that can flush your body as well. You must drink a lot of water, because what's happening when you go through withdrawals is that your body kind of is angry with you. So it's just a situation where I encourage you to drink a lot of water, drink some extra Ninja during the day if you can, maybe a Nitro at 2 p.m. If you're one of those people that is drinking coffee all day long, there's different protocols that we can do for you and help you out. But my goal is to help you figure out what's best for you. The coffee detox protocol is in a couple of my books, but one of them that is a really helpful tool is the health guide. So if you don't have the health guide, you can go over to 31oils.com/abundance, and it is in the health guide now. So the health guide used to be called the Abundance Book, but we just renamed it the health guide because it is all about supplementation and lifestyle changes and how would you get off coffee in a real way. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you have questions and want to ask me more about this, or if you want to argue with me over why you should be keeping your coffee, feel free to message me. I think that it's fine. I honestly, I have had multiple people come up to me, in personal events and stuff, say, hey, I was really set to prove you wrong, and here's what happened. And so here's the results that most people say. It's surprising to me that my endocrine system opened up. My metabolism started working again. right? I was on coffee because I felt like it was helping me lose weight. But when I went off of coffee, it actually helped me lose weight going off of it because my endocrine system started working again, the metabolism, right? And my sleep patterns regulated. I can actually fall asleep normally and wake up without an alarm clock. Like that's excellent. So many things. My moods have changed. My mood swings are not as erratic. It's wild to see how many things, how many areas are affected by your endocrine system, your hormones. And again, your hormones are all over your body from your memory. You know, you've got several endocrine system glands in your brain, all the way into your neck and down throughout your body, all the way down to your sexual organs. But all of those hormones are there. You hear people, my libido opened up, right? Just from going off of coffee. Coffee is such a damaging um, blocker for all of your hormones. So if you need something and you're like, well, what about tea? What about black tea? No, don't do it. Switch to green tea. Green tea is the only caffeinated, green tea and oolong tea, those two types of teas are the only teas that are like on the approved list for caffeine as far as it not blocking your supplements. So if you do take a lot of vitamins and minerals, that would be the only thing that you could do. But man, I just encourage you to do this. Do this with a friend. I've got a group in Sarah Harnish's team that they're like, okay, we're going to start. We're doing it now. Who's in with us? So do it together and then report back. I'd love to hear your comments and see how it went for you guys. All right. So again, don't kill the messenger, but I just want to see you have a better life. I want to see you healthy. I want to see you wake up and feel excellent all throughout the day. So no more coffee. Okay. Bye guys. Take care.